getting ready space for the guys, the girls, the family to hang out on wedding day. You're welcome to the venue as early as you would like, and this adjoining room with the natural light and the view out to Wakuta Street can be a nice space for the girls to get hair and makeup done if they'd like to arrive early in the day. And then this living room here can be great for the guys to hang out in between or before photos start. So continuing on from that connecting room is this living room space, which can be really nice for your VIPs to spend time throughout the day. Your wedding guests won't really come back here. This will be more wedding party, family. We can have all these blinds closed as guests arrive through the front doors of the building. Nothing throughout the day needs to be catered. So if you'd like to bring in your own homemade snacks and lunches or get some sandwiches delivered, beer, mimosas, this is kind of your space for before, during, and after photos before we get into guest arrival. Also, if you have any guests that are going to be arriving with little ones, we've got changing tables back here. If we have new moms that need to feed, this can be your VIP area. So all these spaces can be great for girls to have overnight bags and those types of things. And we keep this dressing room private just for the bride. So this can be a nice space to actually close the curtains and get into the dress. The space is beautiful. Photographers love this room for getting into the gown and those, putting on makeup, putting in the earring shots with the light, the mirrors, and the beautiful ceiling. It can be really nice for the getting ready photos. You guys have access to this all day and night, so if you have things that need to be locked up, when it's time to bustle the gown or change shoes, feel free to come through here any time of the day. So here in the ceremony suite, as you can see, it comes fully decorated. Everything you see here comes included in the rental, so really no additional decorating is needed. However, you're welcome to add or remove anything you like. The Chiavari chairs are included. There's another set of them in the reception space as well, so there's no room flip needed. So when you're looking at the altar, usually we have the men on the right, ladies on the left. Behind the ladies, there's a space if you'd like to have a live musician perform at the ceremony. Otherwise, if you're thinking a DJ, we do have an in-house sound system provided by Adagio DJ Entertainment, so contact them if you'd like to use that. Otherwise, you can bring in a different DJ company and they would bring in their own equipment. Rehearsals included with the rental of the ceremony space. I'll be there to coordinate the rehearsal, and I'm also here on wedding day to cue it as well. If your ceremony's here on site, then this will be your gift table immediately at the entrance of the ceremony room. And the space to the left can be a great spot for family photos, engagement photos, guest book, anything to personalize your ceremony. If your ceremony's off-site, we would do your gift table at the entrance, and security will take care of most of those. So as we get off the elevators, we open up right into cocktail hour, reception space. One of my favorite things about the venue is that it's one big space. Once they come down here, they'll enjoy cocktail hour, dinner, dancing throughout the entire evening. As you can see, it's very St. Paul. It's got a lot of that historic charm. The St. Paul photos around the space. The exposed limestone walls and the timber ceiling beams are all original, so this really doesn't require much decorating at all. It's got a lot of that character all on its own. Tables are always nice and spacious, plenty of room for guests to get around from space to space. All tables and chairs you need are included in the rental. Set up and take down of all the different sizes and shapes of tables. The Chiavari chair with the brown cushion is all included. The dance floor is included. It's 400 square feet, so 20 feet by 20 feet, nice big size. The DJ would be located right adjacent to the dance floor as well. One of my favorite things also about the room is that the acoustics in here are really nice, so you don't really see people needing to leave the room to have conversations. They can all stay here in one space. You've got your dancing area, this nice big dance floor. It's also adjacent right next to the bar, so again, people aren't leaving the room to go get drinks, and it's breaking up the party into 3 different groups. Everyone stays here all together. And right here we have the bar. It's conveniently located right next to the dance floor. So your guests who aren't dancing, they are mingling around cocktail tables, getting a beverage, and keeps the party all together. Also immediately down the hall to the left here is a large restroom. So here we have our very large prep space. Catering companies love working here. It gives them a lot of room to spread out, sets them up for success for fast meal service. They've got 2 sinks around the corner, a huge 3-door fridge, nice big prep space. So these catering companies bring in and out everything you need. The wait staff, the place settings, the food. We have our exclusive list of caterers, but we do not have any minimums that you need to meet on the food or the bar side. Also, the caterers have their very own entrance, so all things on the catering side, for instance, your dirty dishes, the garbage, everything will be coming in and out through the kitchen space and will not be going through the guest party at all. So something that I'll do as your coordinator as we work together in the planning process is come up with a custom floor plan for your event. As your plans start firming up, I will create a diagram with you, and then as RSVPs come in, we'll work on it together to create the maximum amount of space for your guests to mingle and put them all in their assigned groups. So you will have a coordinator here with you all day and all night, checking in your vendors, fielding their questions, keeping you on your timeline throughout the day, and also packing up all of your centerpieces for you at the end of the night. We'll start doing that around 11:30 when we do last song. However, your rental goes until midnight, so the 30 minutes there is for us to be getting everything packed up for you while you give your hugs, say your goodbyes, and your DJ and caterer will have until 12:30 a.m. to be loaded out, which is plenty of time. So we do not have any food beverage minimums here at 413 on Wakuda. If you go to our website, you can see the list of pre-approved catering companies. You can choose to work with any of them. You can do a plated dinner, a buffet dinner, heavy hors d'oeuvres, family style, lots of choices. The idea is that there's something on there for everyone when it comes to price ranges and cuisine styles. For bar service, we have a lot of flexible options for you. You could choose to work with your catering company or any of the other pre-approved bar service options that you can find on our website. Otherwise, we have a BYOB bar service, which is really exciting if you'd like to do a open bar. It gives you the flexibility of bringing in your own alcohol from any liquor store of your choice, and we will take care of providing the bartenders, the ice, the cups, the mixers, everything else you actually need to run the bar. So just inquire with me for some details. I'll be happy to go through that with you. So here in historic Lowertown, St. Paul, there are many photo opportunities. The nice thing is you don't necessarily need to rent a limo and drive around all day if you don't want. You can kind of make the venue your home. We have all of this lounge space, and you can bring in your lunch and drinks and kind of have this be the gathering spot for the day. Right on our corner is Mears Park, stunning. They light it up in the winter. It's gorgeous. They take great care of it in the spring and summer. This can be a great spot for photos. It's also a ceremony location option as well. You can work through the city to get the permit process for that, and that's something I'd be happy to tell you about in person. We also have a historic alley that runs along the side of the building, which can be great for that urban photo look. And of course, we have our rooftop. It's one of the best features of this historic building is we have a beautiful view of the entire St. Paul skyline and the Capitol as well. We can't do any of the event up here, but this could be a great spot for the couple to come up, maybe around sunset. It can be a nice time to get great photos. On the second floor is the entrance to the St. Paul Skyway system, which is very convenient. We're connected to a lot of hotels, the two closest being the Hyatt and the Doubletree. And just in case the weather were to not be ideal on wedding day, if it's chilly or if it's windy or if it's really hot, you can actually take some photos up here in the Skyway, still get all of your natural light, but stay indoors. We're conveniently located right off all the major highways here in Lowertown, St. Paul on Wakuda Street between 6th and 7th. So 6th Street is Mears Park. 7th Street would be the closest location for a surface parking lot. It's right on 7th and Wakuda. You can reserve it, prepay for your guests, or you can choose to just recommend it to your guests and have them pay their own way. There's also a valet company I can put you in touch with as well. As the event winds down, you can choose to continue the party on. We're right behind the Bulldog, Barrio, Public Kitchen. We have Handsome Hog right behind us, the Dark Horse, Oxcart Ale House, lots of places that you can get the wedding party together the night before, earlier in the day, or continue the party after the reception concludes. So this building was originally manufacturing in the late 1800s, early 1900s, designed by Cass Gilbert. He designed our state capitol building and a lot of the beautiful buildings here in St. Paul and also in DC back in the time. And right now it's used as a 5-story commercial space. However, the event center is the only thing happening here on nights and weekends. One of the perks of that is that your event will be very private. We get this entire parking lot along the side of the building here, great for vendor load in and load out and for your VIPs. It also means that nothing else will be happening here during your event. And we're actually the end of the Skyway line here, so you won't have anybody coming in and out through the building. It's just your friends and family here when you reserve it. This historic building was designed by Cass Gilbert. He was the lead architect of our state capitol building here in Minnesota. He did the Pioneer Endicott, a lot of important buildings in the late 1800s and early 1900s. However, now it's a 5-story commercial building. So the nice thing is the event center is the only thing happening here on nights and weekends. So when we're hosting private events, there's nothing else happening in here. You won't have anybody coming in and using the Skyway or the end of the Skyway lines. We have complete control over the timing of our Skyway entrance. So it's just your friends and family here when you reserve it. This also means that we get complete control of our parking lot and that runs along the side of the building. So as 13 spots, we'll make sure that your VIPs are taken care of for easy load in and load out on event day. So guests will take the elevators throughout the evening. The nice thing is the elevators are only serving the event floors. The rest of the building is locked off on event days, so they move nice and quick. We'll also escort everybody when they arrive from the first floor down to the reception level as well.